Governor Lujan Grisham to put in place a public health order centered around gun violence. It asks that no person other than officers shall possess guns at public schools or parks, and that while transporting guns, they must be in a locked container or have a trigger lock.
There ain't no way. Now, this is going to take me to a level that I don't even need to be at. Before we dive into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you guys could please share. Now, I was tipped off by this by a family member, and I was reading through this, and he said, basically, you see what was going on in New Mexico with this governor? And I just couldn't believe it. I had to look into it for myself, and I couldn't believe what these clowns, what this fool is talking about. This is the epitome. This is the definition of tyranny. So this is Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham. Lujan, it doesn't even matter. Grisham. This is the one right here that's trying to bring up these ridiculous, unconstitutional, just flat out tyranny orders on the population in New Mexico. This is, now wait till you hear what she explains even further on this. This is BS. Look at this.
So effective immediately, no person other than a law enforcement officer or licensed security officer shall possess a firearm, either openly or concealed, within cities or counties, averaging 1,000 or more violent crimes per 100,000, and more than 90 firearm-related emergency department visits.
So do you hear that right there? She is basically trying to say, because I'm the governor, this is the powers I have. I'm going to put this down. Last time I checked, when you look at the Second Amendment and it says shall not be infringed, right? I don't see a little asterisk or something there that's saying, oh, unless the governor feels otherwise. I fail to see that in the Second Amendment. These people swear up and down that they obey and they love the Constitution. On one side, they'll say it's written by white supremacists and slave owners. Let's tear down their statues. And then other point, man, we need to follow the Constitution. These people cannot stand the Constitution. And I said this long ago, that this is what they wanted, to have firearms completely out of the hands of law-abiding citizens, everyday individuals, and only in the hands of law enforcement, the ones that they deem should have it. And this is all because, and it's an absolute shame, that 11-year-old lost their life because of some road rage incident. I looked, some crazy person let off 17 rounds firing at a car. I believe there's a 20-year-old that's been injured as well. So hold on. So because this person lost their mind due to road rage or whatever, now you're going to try to come and seize and tell me what I can do with my handguns, any of my anything? So you're going to try to tell me what I need to do because of this crazy fool. Same thing in Chicago, New York, any of these places, name them. Even somebody wants to shoot somewhere in Florida, Arkansas, name the place. Because this person's a criminal, that's why I need to have my rights infringed upon, because this person's an animal. Criminals are always going to defy the law no matter what. That's what's going to happen. If you go and look, and we talk about this all the time, the cities with the strictest, most harshest gun laws have the most crime, have the most shootings. If there's a crazy person, that's why you never hear about shootings, say like at the courthouse. You hear shootings at a police station, shootings at a firing range, anything like that. No. Where do they go to? Like malls, to like crowded areas like that, a food festival, a school, places like that where they don't want firearms being prevalent. So if I was a criminal, I want to go somewhere where I want to have the least amount of issues. Let's go somewhere where there's going to be no guns. That's what's happening here. And she thinks just because she's the governor that she's all holier than thou, that she can rain down. This is what, and then it even gets worse. Listen to what she says, and we've heard this before.
I can invoke additional powers. No constitutional right, in my view, including my oath, is intended to be absolute.
So what? Oh, so now you have extra powers? What are you, like the Megazord? Remember, isn't that what it's called off the Power Rangers when they all link up and they form the Megazord? So that's what you are now as the governor. And then what does she say right there? No constitutional right is absolute. Do you see it right there? Where have we heard that before?
But no amendment to the Constitution is absolute. We should also ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines in this country. We should also eliminate gun manufacturers from the immunity they receive from the Congress.
These animals cannot stand the Constitution. They want to have complete power. This is when you can come. This is when you can go. You need to be up at this time. You need to be asleep at this time. This is what you can have. This is what you can't have. That's what this is all about. And they stay pushing with it. That's why they want to pack the Supreme Court and be able to pass through, amend the Constitution, probably just rip it up, period. We're going to tell you what's going to happen. That's what this governor is insinuating right here. Because of my powers, because of this very unfortunate situation with this young life taken by some animal. Now everybody else, that's what, and they're not going to stop. They just want to keep ticking up until they can completely get rid of your right to keep and bear arms. And it's arms. It has nothing to do with, having a musket. They knew that after a while, everything was going to evolve. We're not always going to travel by boat. We're not always going to have a musket. It's going to slowly evolve as technology and people learn more. They knew that. That's why it says arms, ammunition, all of that stuff. So when you really look at it, at the end of the day, even a concealed carry permit and all that, at the essence of it is unconstitutional. But certain measures I see, they don't want somebody that has domestic violence or somebody that's a convicted felon 85 times over. I understand some of those measures. There's nothing wrong with that, but they keep pushing. That's all this is about. Keep pushing to remove these rights and rescind them more and more. And that's what you're seeing.
For example, the idea that you could sell, my legislation says there can be no more than 8 bullets in a round. Okay.
And these fools don't even know what they're talking about. Assault rifle. They know it's a made-up term. They want you to think that somebody's out there like Predator in the jungle. We're completely mowing down the entire forest. That's what they want you to think that it is. But they know good and well that's not what it is, and that's not what it's called. But that doesn't matter. It's not about being truthful or being upfront. It's about spreading all this nonsense, and a lot of people that are scared or worried just fall right in line.
As for other items in this order, the state will now start checking with gun shops monthly to ensure compliance with gun sale laws in the state.
And then she was talking about the population. This would affect, I believe, Albuquerque and one other big city. And you see right there, it doesn't matter if you have a concealed carry permit. I'm telling you as the governor, this is what I'm telling you, that for this 30 days, you're not going to be able to have it or try to exercise your constitutional rights. Period. They cannot stand the Constitution. I will repeat it ad nauseum. That's what all of this is about. And you give somebody an inch, they'll take a mile. Didn't Grumpy say that on Snow White?
But I'm warning you. You give them an inch, and they'll walk all over you.
See, and that's the legit Snow White, not this nonsense that they're trying to put out. But that's another topic for another day. But right there, so you guys tell me, have I completely lost my mind? Am I tripping? You guys can tell me that this just amped me up to no level. I almost fell out my chair when I watched this video. This girl, Michelle, who does she think that she is? Who do these people think that they are? So because a criminal does a criminal act, a law-abiding citizen has to be affected. Because people in the hood want to shoot up little Ray Ray or Miguel or little Tashiana around the corner that knows Uncle Richie with the gimp in his leg. So because they're doing all that and shooting up in the hood, I have to have my rights taken because of them? Why don't you get them under control? Obviously, all your laws and all that they don't abide by them. It doesn't work. Yeah, I need to get off of this. I'm just too hot on this video. At the end of the day, you guys let me know if I'm going too far. Am I spot on with this? Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you guys could please share, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Let me get out of here.
Hush up, boy.